Hey guys, it's Adrienne and it is Saturday, which means it's weighing day. And since I am post-wedding and I am back to everything being sort of normal, I am back to weighing in. So I am happy to report that I am down 3 pounds. My last weigh-in was at 254 and this morning I weighed in at 251. So I am getting closer to being out of the 250s, which makes me happy. And I'm actually really happy about that because I got new shoes this week, and they're New Balance shoes, and I really like the shoes. They're really comfortable. They correct the way I walk, which means I have less back pain, and they don't rub on the heel, which I always have a problem with. They don't rub the outside of my foot because I have really weird feet, so that's usually a problem. And earlier this week, like Tuesday or I don't know, if you followed me on Facebook, you probably saw a picture of the giant blister I got. But I decided I was going to go on a walk, and I was going to go on a long walk. I mean, I was planning on about 6 miles. I got about 1 mile in and realized that, well, originally I was only doing my 2 mile walk, and then I literally got like quarter to half mile out of away from my house, and I realized, you know what? I need to start pushing myself a little. So I'm gonna go a different route, and I'm gonna go double the length. So I turn on my walk and I start walking, and about a mile in, I'm like, my foot's starting to hurt. And I'm like, but it just feels like a twisted sock. It doesn't feel like a blister. It doesn't feel anything terrible. I'm like, I'm being a baby. You know, I'm just going to keep going. So, because I'm occasionally a baby, like, I don't like pain. And I have been known to just wimp out on stuff. And like, you always hear, don't wimp out on stuff. Don't let your head get to you. Well, so I didn't. So I got about 3 miles in, and I was literally coming back close to home, and I was gonna do a second lap, remember? And I'm like, oh, it's not happening. My foot was hurting by then. I'm like, ooh. So I go home, I take my shoe off, and I look, and it's like the ball of my foot is just like, I have a blister about this big on the bottom of my foot, on the ball of my foot, because I walk. So the correction that these shoes do is I walk on the outside of my foot. So like if your foot's like this, right, I tend to walk a little like this, which puts me off balance. It's probably why I have such terrible balance. And oh my god, that night I couldn't even hardly walk. So I am trying to go like full steam ahead, and I have been benched pretty much for the last couple of days. So I was kind of worried about that, because I know like everything is like a lot nutrition, but like I have found that many times if I don't exercise, even if my nutrition is pretty good, I don't lose the weight. And last week my nutrition wasn't good, which I'm fine with. And even like this week we went out to eat a couple times and stuff like that. Although we did go to the Native New Yorker, and I got the grilled flatbread taco, and it was fantastic. They have a skinny menu. It's under 500 calories. I loved it. I mean, it was fantastic. It's apparently with haddock and then some sort of a pineapple cabbage slaw. I don't know, but it was really good. But I'm glad I tried it. But I mean, like, I could barely walk. And then yesterday it was a little better, and then today it's a little better, but I think I might have pushed it a little too hard yesterday. But I pretty much haven't done any exercise for like the last couple of days, and it's getting under my skin a little, I gotta tell you. But I have to take care of my feet because I have to have them perfect for Hawaii. So if I'm feeling pretty good tomorrow, I am going to go to the Ostrich Festival because that's something that I really wanted to do. But if I'm not, I'm not going to put myself out for another week of exercise because of that. I want to start up T25 again. And I have all these goals, and I'm like really like I have the time off. I'm on my sabbatical for work, and I have some time off, and I don't have a whole lot planned right now. I have some little stuff planned that's keeping me kind of busy, but it's not like huge, right? So I want to do this stuff that I now have time to do. I don't have any like stress levels or anything like that. So like, I don't know, I'm taking the slowdown very poorly. But this too shall pass, and I shall move on. And I am clearly still keeping everything in the boundaries that they need to be in, because I did lose 3 pounds over 2 weeks. So I don't know how much I lost last week versus this week. I did not get on the scale at all last week. I figured I did not need that kind of stress last week. So I pretty much got on the scale today and was really happy I lost weight. That's how that went. So yeah, overall I think it was other than the whole foot pain thing, I think it was a good week. I tried, the Ride to Health did that cauliflower pizza crust. And I did a thing earlier this week where I was going to make the cauliflower pizza. Well, that same day is the day that I hurt my foot. And I decided that I was not going to stand in front of a stove because I could barely stand. So we ended up just getting takeout that night, and well, Jared brought something home, and instead we did it last night. I already had the stuff riced, and I did a fajita stuff on it. I did one regular, I did a pepperoni, because I wanted to see how it would taste as a pizza, like a traditional pizza crust. And then for the other one, I did a Jennie-O turkey with some onion flakes. I don't actually like onions, so like if I bite into an onion, I'm not a happy person. So instead what I do use is I use like onion flakes for flavoring, because I admit that the onions may add some good flavoring. And then it was Jennie-O turkey, and then I cut up some sweet peppers into little chunks, and then I browned all of that, and then I added that with fajita seasonings. And after that I made it individual sized crusts with the cauliflower crust, and I pretty much put that along with just a little bit of cheese on the top and some sour cream, because I like sour cream. And it was fantastic. I did not miss the pizza crust or the tortillas, and I'm willing to bet even with the cheese and the crust that it was probably better for me than a tortilla. So I was really happy with the way that turned out. I thought as the crust for the pepperoni pizza with some spaghetti sauce, it was actually really good too. So happy that I found kind of a nice change. I do not think it tastes exactly like a pizza crust, but I think especially if you put traditional toppings and the red sauce, that it is a fantastic substitute. And I actually think they're really good as, like, you just cut them up and use them as breadsticks. So there you go. So I think that's a fantastic recipe. I need to try some other recipes that you guys do. Tonight I am making turkey meatballs, and I'm gonna do like quinoa noodles. So it's gonna be more or less like kind of a spaghetti and meatballs type thing, only with like a goulash type noodle, because that's what the quinoa noodles come like. So yeah. Anyway, it's been a good week. I hope you guys have had a fantastic week. I'm hoping my foot heals up really fast so that I can get back out there and keep trucking. And hope you guys all have a fantastic week coming up. Talk to you later.